And the most awkward entrance goes to Stephanie. Hello guys, this must be the most common mistake that people make if they want to lose weight. Hello guys, my name is Stephanie from Natacha Océane and I study for a Master's in Clinical Nutrition. And today I want to talk about weight loss mistakes that a lot of people make, heck, which I did in the past. For those of you who don't know, I have a past of dieting, a past of weight fluctuation, a past of like an eating disorder. It's just, I feel like I've been through a lot when it comes to my eating habits, to my diet mindset and all that kind of thing. I hope with today's video I can open your mind to the fact that your body is actually really good at what it does, and if you give your body the right ingredients and the right bits and pieces, you will see you don't have to restrict your calories that much to lose weight. And most importantly, you don't have to yo-yo all the time, because it's not healthy, it's frustrating, and it's really nagging on your mental health, at least that's my experience. Anyhow, enough jibber jabber, and let's get right into today's video. So I want to discuss three things. Number one is extreme calorie restrictions, that kind of like to 12,000 calories a day or 16,000 calories a day challenges that you see on TikTok and on Instagram trending for people who want to lose weight, and they give each other tips on how to minimize calories in the day. It's just so sad to see. Anyhow, number two is over-exercising, and number three is body fat loss versus body weight loss, because there's a difference, because it's about losing excess body fat and not just weight. Number one, extreme calorie restriction. There is this fallacy out there that if you want to lose weight, you just have to eat less. So you calculate your caloric baseline that you have based on your gender, your weight, and your activity level, and then you just say, okay, I want to lose so much weight, I'm gonna restrict 500 calories a day. I eat 500 calories less than my body needs. And I do that over time, and that will make me lose weight, which is a big fallacy. It's because our body is smarter than that. So if we, for example, burn 2,400 calories a day and want to go into a calorie deficit and only consume 2,000, over time our body will adapt to that, and our metabolism will react and make our body more efficient and will save energy, so that we only need 2,100 calories, for example. And then when we only consume 2,000, we will only be 100 calories in deficit. So in order to maintain the weight loss, we have to eat less now. So for example, we go down more calories, so we only consume 17,000 calories. And you know, it just is a vicious cycle that where you can like eat yourself into eating less and less calories. Or you bounce back and you get really hungry and you go back to your normal eating behavior, which was initially satisfying your body at 2,400 calories, but now your metabolism is like ruled down, so you will actually be in a calorie surplus. And what that tells us is that over time you won't have that weight loss effect, plus you will be hungry all the time because you keep telling yourself, I'm not allowed to have this and this and this, although you feel like you crave it because your body needs the energy. So it's a vicious cycle, and it's a cycle which people call the yo-yo effect. You know, if you go on a diet, aka calorie restrictions, you lose some weight, and then you just gain it back right after because you can't sustain it. So that definitely isn't a solution for long-term weight loss. Moving on to number two, over-exercising. And first of all, I want to say two things. One, exercising is healthy, and I'm not saying exercising is not healthy and you can't exercise a lot, because I'm a person who exercises a lot. I'm just talking about, first of all, the mindset of I eaten too much, now I need to exercise more, or I had too much dessert last night, so I need to like double my workout regime, that kind of thing. Plus I'm talking about people who are first of all calorie restricting plus exercising a lot, because although these combination can leave your body with injury and not progress. Plus when we talk about progress and performance, when it comes to like muscle growth and that kind of thing, I can show you this chart and you can see how important it is for your body to have time after exercise to repair. that is something that your body does by itself, but of course there's like a nutritional component how you can help your body repair after exercise. And if you don't do that, growth isn't like a straight line. Basically, if you exercise, if it's like running, or if it's, you know, if it's working on your cardio, or if it's like working on your muscle strength, during exercise you actually decrease your capability to perform. And after the exercise, that's the time when your body heals, if you give it the time to heal. And that's that is the curve that slopes upright. But if you don't give yourself enough time or enough fuel, that curve will slope downwards, and it leaves you with no progress, frustration, probably a bad mood, and possibly injury. And number 3, body weight versus body fat loss. Haven't we all been there, people swearing if you cut down carbs you will lose weight? And before I get into my analysis of why you really just lose weight and not necessarily a lot of fat, I want to establish one fact. When I'm talking about reducing carbs, most people actually referring to just cut down the portion size, meaning eat less rice, less pasta, and they don't replace it with anything else. So if you take out source of calories and you don't replace it with either fat or protein, in that case, you have a calorie restricted diet, which leads us back to number 1, which I talked about earlier. So right now, I'm actually going to talk about replacing carbs with fat. And on the other side, because I'm referencing a study here, I will be talking about taking out the fat and replacing it with carbs. So we have a high carb and a high fat diet in comparison. They took participants into a research ward, meaning all the external influence is out of the picture, and researchers saw what people ate, and they made them exercise 1 hour a day on a treadmill at a moderate pace. And all of these individuals are obese individuals who have excess fat to lose, just so we're on the same page. Now let's talk about the results, and not to get too much into the nitty-gritty of it. People on a high-fat diet who ate less carbs lost more weight in this 2-week trial than people on a high-carb diet. But when looking at their metabolism and what they actually burned, we could see that in the beginning, it was just a 2-week period to begin with. In the beginning, people who ate more fat lost a lot of water. What happened is, you need to know that glucose, which is stored in your organs, in your cells, basically everywhere. Like your body, I wouldn't say your body is made out of sugar, because that just sounds like a pickup line, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm drifting. But your body uses glucose as their main energy source, and it stores it in the body so that if you need energy, it's available. And if you don't consume a lot of glucose anymore, aka carbs, you will lose that. And with the glucose, it's actually water stored as well. So you lose, first of all, your glycogen storage, so your glucose storage in your body, plus the water that is attached to it. And that's why you lose weight. And on the other side, if you increase carbohydrate intake, obviously you're not decreasing your glucose storage, but what you do, you actually increase your metabolic rate, and hence you burn more fat. So in the end, both participant groups lost weight. The group with a high fat diet lost more weight, but the group with a high carb diet lost more fat. Let me just assume that if you say you eat a high-fat diet and you want to lose weight with it, you're not talking about eating loads of avocados and loads of nuts and seeds while reducing bread and rice and pasta. You're actually talking about focusing your diet around cheese, meats, fried food, and that sort of area. All these foods are associated with lifestyle diseases, so even if you would lose weight eating that way, your chance of heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes are increasing a lot. When I talk about high carb diet, I'm also not talking about pizza and donuts, because I know some people associate like carbs with pizza and donuts and that sort of thing. Let me just tell you that donuts are fried, so it's mostly fat. If you look at like the caloric content, most of it comes from fat. And if you look at pizza, the general pizza has loads of cheese on it, which also makes the most calorie content of that food out. So when I talk about a high carb diet, which is what I'm following and which fuels my exercise, I'm exercising around, not every day, but most of the days I exercise around 45 to an hour in the gym, or I go for a run, and most of the day I'm just sitting here and study and work. So I'm not that active, to be honest, and I'm eating, if you've seen my what I eat in a day videos, I eat a lot, and I can be like the experiment of eating loads of food and staying slim and fit. And I focus my diet around pasta, around beans and legumes. I focus it around fruit, like loads of sweet fruit. Like 5 bananas a day is no abnormality for me, as well as rice, as well as potatoes. I can make a video about my whole diet and how it has helped me exactly to be a person who is slim. No, I know I wasn't always slim. Slim and fit and eating around 2,400 calories a day, just by eating mostly carbs. So it is possible to eat enough and to lose weight. That is basically my personal line of this video, because I like to combine what I learn in science with my personal experience. And if you're interested in more of these videos, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to know anything specific about something you heard, that like a myth or a nutritional myth or that kind of thing, let me know what you need to know. And if I can't find out myself, I just ask my professors, because your girl is sitting at the source. So give me all these questions. I like to dig in and geek out on them. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you're all healthy and happy. And let me tell you in the end that your weight doesn't determine your worth. Let that sink in, because like I said, I had an eating disorder for the longest of time, and it's not. You are a beautiful being no matter the weight, and just work on your health and your weight will naturally come down to a healthy level where you can live a fulfilled, happy life with a body that is fueling your exercise, fueling your daily life, and yeah, contributing to your overall happiness. Anyhow, that's enough of me now. I hope you have a nice day whenever you see this, and wherever you are, stay healthy everyone. Bye bye.
7 hours driving on the highway, far away, far away, far away. Every moment I was spending on regrets was such a waste, such a waste, such a waste.